Welcome back, Curry Crew. This week we have a delicious one-pot recipe that will be your family's go-to weeknight meal. Without any further ado, let's get to it. So guys, before we jump into the video, like always, punch that notification bell. And if you feel like we're adding some value, please subscribe to our channel. Push that like button, it really helps us out. And also, if you really like our channel, just share our videos with some friends and family so that we can grow our curry crew. And without any further ado, let's jump into the recipe. So guys, today we're making a delicious corn chowder. So you're gonna start with a saucepan on about medium heat, and in there you're gonna have some olive oil. Next, what you're gonna do is you're gonna throw in some chopped ginger and chopped garlic. So I take about 3 cloves of garlic and about an inch piece of ginger and just give it a quick little chop and throw that in there. Once your ginger and garlic come to a nice golden brown color, you're gonna throw in half of an onion, and you're also gonna throw in 2 chopped bell peppers, and they could be, roughly chopped. They don't have to be like too fancy or anything like that. And once you throw them in there, what you're gonna be doing is you're just gonna give it a quick little stir, just so that all your ingredients can be mixed together properly, and you also wanna make sure that none of them are sticking to the bottom of the pan. Then once you have given them a nice little mix, what we're going to do is we're going to cover it with a lid, and we're just going to cook it for about 6 to 7 minutes, or until our onions become nice and soft and transparent. And you want to make sure that throughout this time you take off the lid and you give it a quick little stir from time to time, just so that you don't have anything sticking to the bottom of the pan. Once your onions are ready, what you're going to do is you're going to throw in some peppers. You can take jalapenos, you can take poblano peppers. I took some serrano peppers. It all depends on how spicy you want your chowder to be. So you can easily use jalapenos or something milder if you want. Then I'm going to throw in a pinch of mustard powder, a pinch of chili powder, a pinch of paprika, and I'm going to throw in a teaspoon of black pepper, along with some chili flakes and a teaspoon of salt. I'm not going to over season right now because I don't want to add too much because it's going to be hard to remove later on, so you can always taste and add more. Next, I'm going to make some room in this little party of ours for our next ingredient, which is going to be 1/4 cup of flour. You can use all-purpose flour. I used whole wheat flour. And then what you're going to do is you're going to mix in the flour with the rest of our ingredients. And what we're doing here is we are cooking out our flour. We don't want raw flour in our dish because that can give us salmonella. So you want to make sure you cook out the flour. It roughly takes about 4 or 5 minutes. The way you'll know your flour is done is when it changes into nice golden brown color. Once our flour is done cooking, we're going to add in some vegetable stock. So you want to add in roughly about 4 cups of vegetable stock, or like 1 carton. And then once you add that in there, you're going to take a whisk and you're just going to whisk together everything that you've added in there, because you don't want clumps of flour in your soup once you're drinking it. So you want to make sure that you whisk out all those little clumps that might have formed when the stock was added in. Then once that's done, we're going to bring this to a nice little simmer. So you'll see some bubbles forming in our soup here. And once those bubbles form, what we're going to do is we're going to add in our next ingredient, which is going to be some potatoes. So I took 2 potatoes and I washed them, I peeled them, and then I diced them up. And the potatoes are going to give a nice little heartiness to our soup right here. So you're just going to add them in right now, and you're going to give a quick little mix so that all your ingredients are nicely mixed all throughout your soup. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to taste it because I want to make sure that the seasoning's correct. And what I saw from here is I just wanted to add some more salt. So I added about 2 more teaspoons of salt, bringing our total to 3 teaspoons. And I also added in some more black pepper, again bringing our total of black pepper to also 3 teaspoons. Next, I gave it a quick little mix just to get all of our seasonings in there properly. And then what I wanted to do is just give it a quick little taste to see if it needs anything extra. So I also added in a pinch of paprika, another pinch of chili powder, along with some more chili flakes. Now all of this is optional. You don't have to add chili flakes if you don't want it to be too spicy. We like it a little spicy, so I add a little bit more. Then you want to give it a quick little stir and just mix everything together and bring it up to heat. Then once it comes up to heat, we're going to add in 1 cup of corn kernels along with 1 carrot and 1 cup of heavy cream. And then what you're going to do is you're going to mix all of these ingredients together, and you're going to see a nice little transformation of color of our chowder. And then what I'm going to do at the end is add one of my favorite ingredients, which is hot sauce. Now the hot sauce that I used for this dish is a really special one. It's called Bomb Banana. It's really awesome because it's made from bananas and peppers. So the sweetness of the hot sauce goes really well with the sweetness of the corn and adds a nice little spice as well. It's an amazing hot sauce. My friend's company makes it. If you want to get this hot sauce, check out the link in the description. It's a really amazing hot sauce that's going to be like your new favorite go-to hot sauce. Next, what you want to do is you want to just mix it all together. I added about a teaspoon of the hot sauce. Feel free to add more if you want more spice. And you want to just cover it and cook it for about 15 minutes or until your potatoes are done. The way you can check your potatoes are done is you take them out of the pan with like a ladle or whatever and try to cut it with a knife. If it cuts really easily, your potatoes are ready to go. If you have to like put some pressure to cut the potatoes, you might want to cook it for a little bit more. So once your soup is ready, all you're going to do is you're going to take your amazing little bowl and you're just going to scoop out some of this delicious, spicy, creamy, hearty soup, and you are ready to enjoy. Now let me tell you guys, when I was cooking this, the soup smelled amazing. I've already said it on the channel multiple times before. I wish smell-o-vision existed so you guys can smell it, but here's our final dish. It looks amazing, and I'm sure it's going to taste amazing, so let's cut to that tasting period. So guys, here's our delicious chowder. It smells amazing, so I'm just going to dig in right now. Oh man, it is delicious. It is creamy, it is spicy, it is really hearty, really filling, and it's gonna be like a perfect weeknight go-to meal. You can have this with some garlic bread, you can have it with like just some other bread that you want to dip in it, you can have it with like a sandwich, whatever you feel like doing. Super quick to make, super easy to make, but super delicious. So guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Try out this recipe at home, let us know how it turns out, how much you liked it, and keep on cooking.